Campo Maior is a municipality in the Portalegre District, Alentejo Region, Portugal. The population in 2011 was 8,456, in an area of 247.20 square kilometers. It is bordered by Spain on the north and east, by Elvas Municipality on the southeast, and by Arronches Municipality on the west. Parishes. Administratively, the municipality is divided into 3 civil parishes: Nossa Senhora da Expectação, Nossa Senhora da Graça dos Degolados, São João Baptista. Demographics. History. Campo Maior was certainly a Roman settling. The ancient Muro Dam is close by, which went under control of the Moors for half a millennium. In 1219, it was conquered by Christian knights, the Pérez de Badajoz family, who then gave the village, which belonged to the municipality of Badajoz, to the Church of Santa Maria de Castelo. On May 31, 1255, King Alfonso X of Castile promotes the village to town status. In 1260, Bishop Friar Pedro Perez, the town lord, grants the first charter to the inhabitants of Campo Maior. He also introduced the town's first coat of arms, showing Our Lady and a lamb, with the legend, Sigillum Capitulari Pacensis. On May 31, 1297, the Treaty of Alcanices was signed by King Ferdinand IV of Castile and King Denis of Portugal, whereby Campo Maior, together with Olivença and Orhuela, were transferred to Portugal. Under Portuguese sovereignty, Campo Maior went through an additional 2 town lords: Branca, sister of King Denis, in 1301, and Afonso Sanchez, natural son of King Denis, in 1312, before returning to King Denis's direct rule in 1318. The castle east of the village was rebuilt by King Denis in 1310. In the 17th and 18th centuries, other fortifications were built and Campo Maior became an important garrison town. As a reflex of the influence of Castile in Campo Maior, the population and the garrison sided with Castile following the 1383–1385 crisis. King John I of Portugal and Constable Nuno Alvarez Pereira led their armies personally and had the town besieged for 6 weeks and finally occupied. In the end of 1388, King John II granted a new coat of arms to Campo Maior, a white shield, with the arms of Portugal on one side, and John the Baptist, patron saint of the town, on the other side. In 1512, King Manuel I renews the Charter of Campo Maior. For the late 15th century, many of those persecuted by the Inquisition in Castile took refuge in Portugal. Part of them settled in Campo Maior, which saw its population increase substantially. As a consequence, in the 16th century, the town's new Christian community was so numerous that it provided most of the accused of Judaism which were included in the Portuguese Inquisition's auto de fe that took place in nearby Évora. The war with Castile from 1640 brought big changes. The need to refortify the town, which had grown markedly outside the medieval perimeter during the previous 3 centuries, and the urgency to build a new fortified perimeter to defend the inhabitants of the new town for the incursions of the Castilian armies, were the reasons that forced the kings of Portugal to invest larger amounts of money, and to send contingents of military engineers, specialized workers and even more non-specialized workers. The garrison had then a substantial size. It is estimated that, in late 17th century, 1 out of 4 inhabitants of Campo Maior was military. Campo Maior was also the main home of the mercenary Dutch troops that fought in Alentejo. The town was at the time the second most important garrison in Alentejo, after Elvas. In 1712, during the Spanish War of Succession, the castle of Campo Maior was besieged by the Spanish army, commanded by the French Alexandre Maitre, Marquis de Bay. For 36 days, he launched tons of projectiles on the town and managed to breach one of the bastions. However, upon crossing the breach, the Spanish army suffered heavy casualties and retreated in defeat. On September 16, 1732, at 3 a.m., a storm hits the armory, located on the castle's main tower, which contained 6,000 arabas of gunpowder and 5,000 pieces of ammunition. A violent explosion ensued, followed by a fire, taking down 2/3 of the inhabitants. King John V determines the quick reconstruction of the castle. The town will slowly rise from the ruins and will eventually regain its main role both in times of war and in times of peace, as a trading post with Spain. In the 18th century, the Church of Misericordia and the Matriz Church are built and the Church of St. John is started. The town, which until then had been formed by a single freguesia, is divided in 1766 into the present two, Our Lady of Expectacao and St. John the Baptist. The early 19th century were agitated in Campo Maior, a siege in 1801 by the Spanish during the War of the Oranges, and a local rebellion in 1808 against the French who were then engaged in the Peninsular War. The uprising of Campo Maior against the Napoleonic invasion was successful due to the help from the Badajoz army, which then stayed in the town for 3 years. In 1811, a new Napoleonic invasion besieges the town for 1 month until capitulation, but that gave time for the Anglo-Portuguese army, under the command of British General Beresford, to arrive and disband the French. The town then earned the title of Vila Leal Valorosa, now inscribed in its coat of arms. The liberal wars were also fought in Campo Maior. In 1836, the neighboring municipality of Orwela was extinct and annexed to Campo Maior, increasing its number of freguesias from 3 to 4. In 1865, an epidemic of cholera killed 150 people in 2.5 months. In 1867, an attempt to extinguish the municipality of Campo Maior and integrate it in the municipality of Elvas provokes a popular uprising, with the population staging a strike on December 13. The attempt was dropped and the municipality survived. In 1926, a fourth rural freguesia is added to the municipality, Our Lady of the Graça Degolados. In 1941, the municipality assumes its current division in 3 freguesias, with the annexation of the freguesia of Orwela by the freguesia of St. John the Baptist, due to the former's rapid population decline. Economy. The main industry is coffee roasting and coffee packaging. Campo Maior is headquarters to Delta Café, the market leader in Portugal. Other economic activities include agriculture and livestock raising. Campo Maior is a production center of olives and ham, made from Iberian pig.